So today we're going to be doing something really fun. I am going to go out IRL and get my hands on some real cardboard. So what do I mean by that? I've been playing Pokemon TCG live for a few months now, and as someone who used to collect Pokemon cards a long time ago, I want to get back into it. So I'm in New Jersey, and I'm going to go meet up with a buddy. You guys might know him, you might not. His name is Alex from the Pokecastaways, and he's agreed to help me build my first IRL deck. So we're going to go out to the card shop, we're going to meet up with him, and maybe get into a few games. So let's go do that. Alright, we spent, an hour putting this together? So walk me through this, all the lines, the text, give me all the good stuff. What are we working with?
Yeah, so this is a Raging Bolt knocked-out build. So your standard Raging Bolt with his Bellowing Thunder lets you discard a card off one of your Pokemon, and you'll do 70 additional damage. So big one-hit KO'er, that's what he's there for. You're going to run three Teal Mask Ogerpon with Teal Dance. You can attach a Grass Energy and draw a card, so you get draw power, plus that's putting an energy on board that you're going to be able to discard with Raging Bolt to hit those big numbers. Since rotation happened a month ago, the knocked out build has been pretty important, so that's going to run 2 Fan Rotom. First turn of the game, you can use Fan Call and grab 3 colorless Pokemon that are 100 HP or lower. You're going to use that to be grabbing your Hoot Hoots and the Knockdowns. Hoot Hoots don't do anything, but they'll allow you to get to the Knockdown, which has Jewel Seeker. As long as you have a Terra Pokemon, you can grab 2 trainer cards. So 2 of any combination of supporters, items, or tools. And Teal Mask is your Terra Pokemon to help enable that. You got Latias EX for free retreat for all basic. That's going to let you move your Raging Bolts in and out. You have Squawkabilly, first turn of the game, it can Squawk and Seize. Pheasantipity EX, everybody knows that card, it's amazing. We're going to run Mew for a little bit of extra draw. It'll let you restart once per turn. You can draw until you have 3 in your hand. That's going to save you from being Iono'd. That's usually a way to get around beating this deck, is you Iono them really low, and then they don't have the draw power. That's a way to get around it. The Ditto is also first turn. It can turn into any basic Pokemon. So that's really good first turn. As long as it's in the active, you can turn it into your Teal Mask to activate your Hoot Hoots to become knocked out. Standard Blood Moon Ursaluna EX, big heavy hitter at 240 at the end of the game. Seasoned Skill, so it does 240. It costs a whole lot, but you're only using it at the end of the game because of Seasoned Skill, which is for every prize card your opponent has taken, it costs 1 colorless less. So if you're down to, they've only got 2 to 1 prize left, and it's only going to cost 1 or nothing. It can actually be a free attack for 240. We have Pheasantipity. You're never going to attack with it. I mean, you might, but you're really not going to. You're really using it for Flip the Script, and it says that if you had a Pokemon knocked out on your opponent's last turn, you get to draw 3 cards. It's broken, it's disgusting, it's absolutely necessary. Then we have Mew EX. Not going to attack with this one in this deck at all. It's just there for the restart ability. It'll help save you from being Iono'd. Restart lets you draw until you have 3 cards in hand. Spicy tech we have in there is the baby Raging Bolt from Stellar Crown. Thunderburst Storm for a fighting, and a lightning. You can do 30 damage to any Pokemon for every energy attached to it. So you put this up in the active, try to use your Crispins, we'll get to those, to put energy on it. You can do 60 damage to the bench. Next turn, keep doing it more, and you can start knocking out Gardevoir, all of their Ralts, their Corellias, same thing with your Cloaks and Dreepies. So really good card. Then we have Slitherwing. Slitherwing is going to be your answer to Pikachu. You can use for 2 fighting. You can do Burning Turbulence. It'll do 120 damage. Pikachu is weak to fighting Pokemon, so it actually does 240. But Pikachu has the Resolute Heart ability, where it basically stays alive, but this one will also set it on fire. So at the start of the Pikachu player's turn, it'll die due to fire. You kind of circumvents his ability and takes away the Fez draw. Kind of standard on the supporters, we have Professor Sada's Vitality. It says that you can choose 2 of your ancient Pokemon and attach an energy to each of them out of your discard pile. So we're going to be aggressively ditching energy into the discard pile, using this to put it back onto your Pokemon. And then it says if you did that, you get to draw 3 cards. So you're then drawing more cards into hand. You're going to be discarding cards to do the attack on Raging Bolt. This puts it right back into play. We're going to run 2 Crispin. I know some lists are only running 1. I like 2 in it. Crispin lets you search your deck for 2 basic energy cards of different types. If both of them are different types, you can attach 1 to a Pokemon and then 1 goes into your hand. So you could quickly go from a plain Raging Bolt to one that's ready to attack right away. Or what I like to do is mix whatever you need. So if you needed this to the Raging Bolt, right? And then you would save, put a grass in your hand, and then you can Teal Mask there. So now you've attached 2 and drawn additional cards, all with using 1 supporter. We got 1 Iono. That'll just, you and your opponent both shuffle your hand, put it to the bottom of your deck, and then draw for how many prize cards you have. This is if you draw kind of crappy at the beginning. Boss's Orders lets you switch your opponent's Pokemon. It's great. You're going to close games out with it. We also kind of pair that with the prize catcher, where you're going to switch out one of your opponent's Pokemon and you're going to switch out your own. So that's just an item-based gust. And then because we have Latias, we can move all our basic Pokemon, so then you can get the right one up to be able to make the attack. Standard 4 Nest Ball, grab any basic Pokemon. 3 Ultra Ball, you need to discard 2, and then you can grab any Pokemon in there. Main reason this is in here is that's a way to dump your energy into your discard, so then you can use Sada to get it back up onto your Raging Bolt. Earthen Vessel, we have 3 copies of it. You're going to discard 1 card and grab 2 energy from your deck. Again, it's another way to get that energy into your hand, so you can use Teal Mask. But then it's also a way to discard energy back into your discard to hopefully Sada it back up. All else fails, we have Night Stretcher. It lets you grab 1 Pokemon or a basic energy from your discard, put it into your hand. It's a great card. That's going to be our only recovery for Pokemon. We play Counter Catcher. If you're down on prizes for some reason, then you can switch. So it's another Gust. This is going to be really good like in the beginning of the game. If you feed them a 1 prizer, like your Fan Rotom, or they kill a Hoot Hoot early, or where'd he go? Or like a Ditto, something like that. You can use this to then gust up what you want, hopefully a 2 prizer at that point, and go ahead in the prize trade. 1 energy retrieval just lets you grab 2 basic energies from your discard. That's going to be really good. You want to focus down on grabbing your grass energy, because Sada, when you Sada, you're going to want to be doing fighting and lightning. So grass is going to be what you want to grab with that. Stadiums, we've got 2 Area Zeros. Lets you expand your bench. Instead of having 5 Pokemon, you can have 8. But that's only if you have a Terra Pokemon. And again, the deck runs Teal Mask, so that's your Terra Opera. So you can go real wide. And then what you can do is actually bump your own stadium the next turn with something like Jamming Tower, which turns off all tools. So anybody putting Bravery Charms, Heroes Capes, that all goes away. What's cool is when you do that, all of a sudden Area Zero's gone. Now you gotta go back down to 5. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take those liabilities off your bench. You're gonna wanna take those Squawk abilities, those Knockdowns and those Hoot Hoots after you've already used them. You dump them with that, and then you can use your Stretcher to bring them back and use them all over again. It's kind of the new way to play Raging Bolt. Super straightforward, but has a lot more depth than the old Raging Bolt had. Highly recommend it. If Ramon can play it, even you guys can play it.
So that's the deck we built. It came in around 50 bucks. I'll put the price right here, how much the cards actually cost at their cheapest level. So the plan is to get out there, start playing games in person, start joining some tournaments maybe, and we'll see where it goes. This isn't going to be the last deck that I build, but this is going to be the deck that I play with for a while. So if you want to go watch the video where I play Alex in 3 matches, you can go click on the video right here. He posted it on his channel. We do 3 matches. Best gets a single from the card shop.